Thanks so much for having me, Josiah. One of the more awkward stages in any job interview is the ending. You've got to find a way to sort of land the conversational plane safely and gently, but also be remembered. And in some positions, this is your last opportunity to show passion, to show a desire for the job. And that's why I counsel everybody, no matter what job you're applying for, to ask for the job and ask in every single interview. Now I know that sounds weird because in earlier videos I was actually talking about how it's a process. There's never just one interview. So how do you ask for the job? Well, you ask for the next stage in the process. And what I coach a lot of people to do is to ask that in 2 stages. In the first stage, as you have the opportunity to ask them questions, you ask whatever you want and then have your second to last question be, what does the next stage in the interview process look like? And you'll hear anything from, well, it's another one with me, but it's a little bit longer and more in depth, or you'll hear, well, it's myself and a peer of mine that will come together for a panel interview, or you might even hear that there's only one stage left in the process and that's an interview with my manager. Whatever that next step is, that will be their answer. And then once they give you that, what you should do is ask your last question, which is, based on everything that we've talked about today, is there any reason why you wouldn't feel comfortable passing my name along for that next stage? Now what this does is a couple things. The first is it demonstrates passion. You have asked to be moved forward to the next stage. You have demonstrated that you are interested in this job and that you're excited about it, so much so that you will be asking for it. But it also accomplishes that without feeling awkward, without begging for a job, without coming off as too aggressive or too assertive. It's just saying, hey, based on everything that we've talked about, is there any reason why you wouldn't feel comfortable asking the... Now what this does is twofold. The first thing that it does is it signals interest. It shows passion. It shows that you care enough, that you feel like it's a fit enough, that you're going to ask for that next step in the process, or you're going to ask for that job. But the second thing that it does is it gives you an opportunity to clarify anything else that happened in the prior interview. So if you said, is there any reason why you wouldn't feel comfortable advancing me to that next stage? If they come back with, well, I really didn't like your answer to the weaknesses question, well, then you have an opportunity to respond to that, to overcome that objection, to clarify what you meant when you said whatever it is you said in the weaknesses question. You have that sort of final opportunity. Most of the time they won't. And in fact, most of the time they will hem and haw and they'll say, well, we have a lot of other candidates to interview, but we'll let you know at a certain day and time whether or not you've made the cut. And that's fine, because I promise you what they will do is take note that you asked. To go back to that first part, they will take note that you were passionate enough and excited enough about the job to ask. And that is a really, really great way to not only make sure that you've landed the plane safely by clarifying any misunderstandings or any possible objections, you've also demonstrated that passion. You've asked for the job. You will be remembered when they make the decision who gets the cut, and you can almost plan on that phone call. I'm getting better at doing this
You are,
with you alongside me. Yeah.